Aw, yeah, what's happening, everyone? Jay Shockblast here, and check it out. We have LEGO DC Supervillains. Happy launch day! And the game is out today for everybody in North America and possibly other places in the world. I know UK is getting it on the 19th. So we have all characters unlocked, and why wouldn't we start off with the two characters that kind of started it all? We have Batman and the Joker. And they are both central figures of the game, but this game focuses on the bad guys, and the Joker is one of the baddest of them all, and Mark Hamill is back, and he's just absolutely incredible and amazing. So I'm live streaming this, and there are going to be lots of people watching this live. You guys get to live in the chat forever, and I just want to let everybody know I'm not responding to chat in this live stream. This is a video I was going to make, and I figured why not let people watch as I make it. So here we are, and let's just get right into it. Let's start off in alphabetical order. Let's actually start off with my character right here, Jay Shockblast. Obviously not alphabetical because I'm Jay, so but your character is the first character in the game. You create this character right from the start, and here's my guy. You are able to make your character into a speedster, which is what I've done, and I'm pretty happy about it, to be completely honest. I have not been back to the character customizer since unlocking everything, so I'll probably make some changes as I did throughout the game, but this is my character, Jay Shockblast, and he looks pretty cool, I think. I'm pretty happy with him. And he also grows. That's part of the story. So anyway, moving on, the first character is Adam Strange, and we're just going to show little tidbits. I'm not going to show the character cards because that's just going to take too long. This video is already going to be well over an hour. So Adam Strange is awesome. He looks awesome. He flies. He does some really cool stuff. And this is the map. The map, we're back to free roaming in a huge open world. Goes right into Gotham, and you can go that way, and you can go over to Arkham Asylum. You can go that way, you can go to the Hall of Doom, and on the top of Lex's Tower, you can go up to Apokolips. We'll go up there in a little bit, but for now, oh, and way back there we have Smallville. For now, we're just going to focus on Metropolis because it's the brightest. So, Adam Strange, there you go. Next, we have the Anti-Monitor, and I guess there's kind of some spoilers, but Anti-Monitor does play a role in the game. He looks awesome. This is a newer version of the Anti-Monitor. I actually really like him a lot. I honestly didn't use him because you don't unlock him until late in the game. He's a character that you unlock as part of regular gameplay, and you unlock him as just a reward for finishing Chapter 15. And man, he looks awesome. He grows, as you can see. He grows to a huge figure, so that's awesome. We're going to leave him in big fig mode because you can do that. Oh, no, you can't. Made a liar of me. You know, here we have Batman. We'll just go ahead and get Batman out of the way now. This is a great new version of Batman. I actually love his new suit. I love the fact that the bat has like a gold trim around it, and it looks great. So this is part of the new Rebirth armor or outfit. This is, you know, the first LEGO game without the Batman name. That's kind of crazy because for a long time they were using that, you know, LEGO Batman name to really sell. This time they're putting all their faith in supervillains, and let me just tell you, this is my favorite game of all time for LEGO. It is that good, and I'm not overselling it. It is so much fun, and the villains are a big reason why. And I say that while we're looking at one of the heroes. Also, everybody, make sure you tap that like button. Appreciate you. We gotta get these likes up so people watch. Here we have Aqualad, and I honestly haven't even used him yet because you unlock him during the game. He's one of the hidden characters. I believe it's during the Sea King level where he's got like a hidden character card, and I just unlocked him when I got to the Platinum Trophy. He is obviously from Young Justice, and he looks great. I think people are going to be so excited for this character. I know a lot of people wanted Garth, but I like this one, man. I think he's awesome. He looks really cool. He's got his kind of water swords, if you will. And yeah, they did a great job with this character piece. Next up, we have Aquaman himself.
Time to make a big splash.
Let's make a big splash. And even though this is LEGO DC Super Villains, he does play a pretty big role in the game. You do actually get to play him as one of the levels. This is literally the exact same piece from the last game, from LEGO Batman 3, and probably honestly all the LEGO games, because he just doesn't change. It's a timeless classic look, and he's just really, really awesome all around. We are going to get 2 Aquaman DLCs, so we will see the Jason Momoa version of Aquaman very soon, and I, for one, can't wait. Next up, we have Ares, and oh my goodness, look at this character model. He's got the axe, he's got the spear, he's got the sword, all circulating around, but look at his helmet. The snakes move. He is so great. You actually unlock him right here in Metropolis at the diner, which is over there, but I don't want to waste time running over there right now. He grows. Make my monster grow! I love his face. Like, even though it's just like plain, like, I love it's just dark black with the red eyes. He is such an awesome looking piece. So this is obviously from Wonder Woman. So there you go. This is like one of her villains. Anyway.
Yes, I've been waiting for some action.
Here we have Arsenal, Mr. Roy Harper, the Red Arrow, if you will. And he's been in Young Justice, he's been in Teen Titans, he works with Red Hood and the Outlaws, and he is the former Speedy, the understudy of the Green Arrow. And yeah, he's pretty cool. When I was actually in Los Angeles at WB Games, this is one of the few characters that I actually unlocked doing his quest. You can unlock him in Gotham. He's just standing around and he has a quest for you, and it's pretty cool. So there you have Arsenal. Right here we have the Atom, and the Atom actually has a boss battle. I believe this is the Ryan Choi version of the Atom, and he does grow. He does grow. I swear he grows. Alright, so he doesn't want to grow for me, but he does grow. Does go small. So there you go. So this is one of many different versions of the Atom. This is also the one that they used in Injustice 2. So there you go, the Atom. Next up we have Atomica, who is basically the Atom from Earth 3. She also goes small, and she grows, I don't know why they don't want to grow for me. I don't know if it's where I'm standing. Whatever. But this is part of the Justice Syndicate. She comes up in the story. You will actually have a level where you don't really boss battle her, but you will see her in the story. So there's Atomica. Oh my gosh. Here we have Atrocitus. And he brings in the Butcher. So this is the leader of the Red Lanterns. As many of you guys that follow the channel know, this is my favorite character in DC Comics. I absolutely love Atrocitus, and I'm so excited that he's finally in the game. Here's the downside, though. I did not know where to actually unlock him from. So he is actually in a throne room, Darkseid's throne room. Above his throne, there's a case that you break, and you unlock him. I searched everywhere for him, and it was so crazy. I couldn't believe that I missed it. I was so mad about it, but it is what it is. I would have probably used Atrocitus in every single video that I made. So in a lot of ways, it's probably a good thing that I didn't unlock him until late, because I know in LEGO Batman 3, I actually had comments, why are you always using Atrocitus? Why are you just using Atrocitus? And well, it's because I love him. We're going to actually skip over real quick to his pet Dexstar, also a Red Lantern, and also back. We know that TT Games loves their pet characters, so I was very happy to see them bring back Dexstar. Dexstar is awesome. He has a really awesome backstory, and I talk about that a little bit more when we do the unlock video. I have a lot of videos coming, or if you're watching this later, they're already out in many cases. So be on the lookout for those. But Dexstar, and he does a lot of really great stuff. He does all the digging stuff, which is what I used him for. But anyway, so there's Dexstar. Now back into order. We follow up Dexstar with another pet character. We have Badge. And Badge is the Green Lantern squirrel. One of 2 Green Lantern squirrels. Look at how he flies. He's like, the ring is like dragging him. Now you actually unlock him in Smallville. Once you do, I think you might have to do the quest for Gentleman Ghost, which actually happens to be in that little warehouse that we're looking at right there. He's in here. Once you do that quest, I think it prompts you to do the quest for Badge. Again, this is a really cool, quirky little Green Arrow style character. TT Games is all about having fun, and they do have fun with this. Are there other Green Lantern versions I would rather see? Absolutely. But understanding what they're going for, I can't really fault them for putting this guy in here. So next up we have Bane. And Bane was actually one of the first characters I unlocked. There are 30 files throughout the game where you have to find them to unlock characters, and he's one of those 30. And I just happened to find him before I found pretty much anybody else. He does grow, but nobody wants to grow right now. There we go. Roar. I think a lot of people are going to be super excited about Bane. This is definitely a very classic and important Batman villain. No back breaks. Boo, the super elbow right on the tree.
Ooh, wonderful weather we're having.
So there you go. There is Bane. And then he does shrink back down. Love the animations. So here we have Batgirl. Miss Barbara Gordon herself. And you actually fight Batgirl. There's a Batgirl boss battle. How crazy is that? That was one of the moments in the game where I was like, oh my god, I'm fighting Batgirl. Like, that's what I have to do. And that's when the game starts to really feel special. Once you get into the Iceberg Lounge, that second level, and you actually have a boss battle against Nightwing and Batgirl, you're just like, oh my god, this game is so good. And, I mean, just pretty happy. We did Batman. Here's Batwoman. And this is going to be who Ruby Rose is playing in the Arrowverse, this version of Batwoman. And I love this version of Batwoman. She looks awesome. And I'm actually a little sad that, you know, they've got like the hips and you can tell it's a female body piece, because I would absolutely use that suit for Batman or whatever created character I make. Maybe it's just the redhead in her. I just love this version of the character of Batwoman, Batgirl, Bat whatever. The Bat family, if you will. So, there you go. Yeah, the 30 files are in free roam. Now, here's a character everybody is going to be so excited about. We have Beast Boy, and they didn't just copy and paste Beast Boy from the last game. They actually, like, redid all the characters or animals that he does. Look at this. Ready? Ready? Skunk. Watch how he holds his booty. He knows he's gonna fart. He's holding his booty. Look at that. Holding his booty deserves one click of the like button. Oh, man. So that is one of the animals he turns into. Obviously, he turns into a bird. And we're gonna fly over to water because he also turns into something in the water, as we'll see in just a moment. He also turns into a kangaroo. You actually fight Beast Boy. There is a Beast Boy boss battle in this game. Ready? Alligator. Oh, wait, no. Is he a shark? Oh, he's a shark. When he's in the swamp, he actually turns into an alligator. So now we got to go to the swamp. Oh, my gosh. That's actually awesome. So not only does he turn into a shark, in the last game, I think he turned into a dolphin. But when you're in the swamp, he actually turns into an alligator. When you fight him, when you do the Beast Boy boss battle, he turns into a kangaroo with boxing gloves. And then he grows big and turns into a bear as well. But first, I got to show you that he turns into an alligator. I didn't actually try him in water. I think when I tried him, I just happened to be in the swamp. So this is how you get over to the swamp under Ace Chemicals. It's also how you get to Stryker Island. Alright, so here we are in the swamp. And where's that one? Alright, here we go. I swear he turned into an alligator. He's making a liar out of me. So I don't think this water is deep enough. Maybe it was in Gotham that he turned into an alligator. Alright. He's making a liar out of me. I can't believe I'm spending this much time on Beast Boy. We have a long way to go. Let's go to Gotham. And... no, he's still a shark. That's so weird. Alright, we're gonna go over here. Here's Wayne Manor over here. Maybe I was over by Wayne Manor. You can't go underwater, so... yeah, I don't know what happened. I swear he turned into an alligator at some point, but... oh well, I can't spend that much time on Beast Boy as much as I'd love to. But there you go. There must be a way to do it. Anyway, he does also grow into a bear. So anyway, I know a lot of people were going to really, really like that. So that's why I spent a little bit more time on Beast Boy. So next up we have Big Barda, who is part of the Female Furies. And Big Barda is awesome. Her husband is Mr. Miracle. And Mr. Miracle is such a cool character. I love the way he flies in this game. So there's Big Barda. She's awesome. And because she belongs with her husband, let's skip over to Mr. Miracle. Now you can unlock both of these characters. You can unlock both Mr. Miracle and Big Barda on Apokolips. They both have quests up there. And we'll go up there here shortly. But right now we're just going to kind of plop around here. So I love these two characters. They look phenomenal. Especially Mr. Miracle. He's just so cool looking. So that is Mr. Miracle and Big Barda. Next up, we have Bizarro.
Bizarro always not ready for action.
So Bizarro is so cool. Like, they really hit it out the park with him. Bizarro has been in other Lego Batman games, and they didn't just copy and paste. They designed a new version, and he looks awesome. Batzarro, or Bizarro. I keep saying Batzarro. So he has freeze vision and heat breath. Want whatever he had to eat. So there you go. Next up we have Black Adam.
For the glory of Kanda.
And Black Adam looks awesome. Look at that. He's given the people eyebrow because, as we all know, The Rock is supposed to play Black Adam. I don't know if that's going to happen now. So there you go, Black Adam. Then we have Black Canary. We've seen Black Canary in other games before. So Black Canary is looking phenomenal. Speaking of characters we've seen in other games, Black Manta
has risen from the deep.
Now, obviously, we're going to get another version of Black Manta at some point. Because there's two Aquaman DLCs. You actually play as both Black Manta and King Shark in the 9th level of the game when you boss battle with Sea King. And that's actually when you unlock Black Manta. So there you go, Black Manta. Alright, these two, speaking of duos, you can't have one without the other, I feel. So we have Booster Gold!
Booster Gold, the greatest hero you've never heard of.
And Blue Beetle. Now, Booster Gold actually has his own comic book shop. So we're going to go back over here to Metropolis. And in Metropolis... no, we are not in Metropolis quite yet. We're still in Gotham. So Booster Gold also has, what is it? Beats? I forgot, Deets? I forgot what his little droid's name is. He's with him. So here's Booster Gold's comic shop. And this is actually a mini game that you can play. This is actually where you unlock Booster Gold. And look at all these comic arts. I wonder if Dan Wiesmeyer did these. Because they're awesome. They are actual legitimate comic book covers. You know, you have Plastic Man, Action Comics, Aquaman, Batman. These are some first appearance comics. Fantastic. So the droid is pretty awesome. He has voice lines as well. And he shoots the lasers. Then you have Blue Beetle, member of Teen Titans. We saw Blue Beetle in the last game, I believe. And I actually grew to appreciate Blue Beetle quite a bit from Injustice 2 because he was one of my favorite characters to play with. And these two characters, I mean, it's like peanut butter and jelly. Blue Beetle and Booster Gold, they're best buds. A Booster Gold! I feel like you have to sing his name. So, there you go. Booster Gold and Blue Beetle. Next up, we have Brainiac, who, as we all remember, was the villain of LEGO Batman 3. And it doesn't look like he's really changed that much. Which is fine, whatever. He was also the villain of Injustice 2. They really were coordinated on their Brainiacness. So, there you go, Brainiac. That completes the first bar. Moving on to the second, we have Bronze Tiger.
Got some more business to take care of.
Who, believe it or not, we unlock Bronze Tiger on Apocalypse. Apocalypse now. So, Bronze Tiger. I kind of have to blow through some of these because this video is going to be forever. Here we have Calendar Man.
Mark it down on your diaries. Calendar Man has returned.
And wow, look at that suit, man. Got all the calendar dates. He glides. So, Calendar Man, he actually looks really cool. I mean, for such a dorky character. But again, it's what TT Game's all about. Next, we have Captain Boomerang, and check this out. How cool is it that you get to play as Captain Boomerang in the actual levels? Like, it's so different and wild. Like, you know, we've played as villains before in the games, but having like the storyline really revolve around them was just such a treat. And I just honestly can't say enough about how cool that was. So, Captain Boomerang, one of your characters that you will play with. Another that you'll play a lot with is Captain Cold.
And more than ready for another chilling encounter.
And look at that, he's got like a bazooka cannon now. Look at that thing. Now, he is not the default Cold character, believe it or not. Killer Frost is. We'll get to her in a little bit, but you'll unlock her as part of gameplay. Next up, we have Catwoman, and look at that.
Hear me roar.
I love this version of Catwoman. They really hit it out the park in the character design there. She's got her whip. I'm actually a little surprised that she didn't have a drone. Oh, actually, I'm not surprised because she did have a drone. So drones are like the big thing in this game. A lot of characters have drones, and they go into like small areas and help you, get to things that are kind of out of the way. So if you see something that you can't get to, drone it. And I guess maybe I just didn't use Catwoman enough to know that she had a cat. I thought she didn't, but she did. So next up we have, oh my gosh, Chang Tzu.
The great Chang Tzu. No one can beat me.
So this is Egg Fu, and this is basically their MODOK, I guess. They being DC. This is not a character I ever thought I would have cared about. I never thought I would have wanted this character in a game. And, sometimes they just force you to like things. This character is awesome, actually. Like, I can't even front. Like, I want to just make fun of this character and say, oh my god, he's so stupid. But he actually is pretty cool. Like, I love the little mech. And, I think it's just awesome. Like, it's just so cool that they actually did this. So, there you go. Chang Tzu. Next up, we have Cheetah. And I don't know what it is, but, like, Cheetah, not a favorite character of mine. And I think it's because of Injustice 2. Like, I always got gear for Cheetah when I was looking for gear for other people. And I don't know why. I just grew to hate her because of it. So now I just have, like, this complex. Whenever I see Cheetah, I'm like, ugh. So I don't know what it is, but she is pretty cool. I know they got an actress or actor, I should say, to play her and voice her that, you know, really was awesome. The voice acting in this game is phenomenal, and she's a huge part of why. And you actually use her quite a bit in the story. So there you go. There's Cheetah. Next up, we have Cheshire. This is, I don't know, hard for me to say for whatever reason. I wish they had done the Young Justice version because she has this, like, sick mask. But they kind of went with the comic version, and that's fine. But obviously, in Young Justice, this is the sister of Artemis. And who knows, maybe they will actually do that. I actually haven't gone into here to look at this yet. So these are basically Jade Nguyen. So these are basically the character cards that you get. And it doesn't say anything about her sister being Artemis. And Sportsmaster is their dad. So there you go. Cheetah stinks. Clayface. Oh my gosh, they killed it with Clayface, okay? Look at this guy. Alright, so whatever. It's just normal Clayface, right? Nope. He shrinks. He's tiny Clayface. Nope, he grows. And then make my monster grow. He goes to Big Fig mode. And look at some of these things. The animations are just so top notch. Like, amazing. Like, ball and hammer fist. Like, I didn't think I'd love Clayface so much, but he's actually awesome. And you actually use him quite a bit in the story. So, Clayface. Look at that. Look at the animations. Just so good. Alright, next up we have Clock King. Speaking of animations, alright, look at this. Look at his face.
Precisely on schedule.
This is a character I really didn't think I would care about, but like, look at his face. It's hard not to appreciate the little details like that. Next up we have Commissioner Gordon, who is the hidden character in the first level of the game. I mean, it's Commissioner Jim Gordon, so you have to respect the man, but that's really all you have to say about it as well. But, oh my gosh, Condiment King.
Catch up to me today.
They are lucky they made him look so cool, because this is not a character I wanted in this game again. He was in the last game, and now he's back, and it is what it is. He actually has a quest that you have to do to unlock him, and, you know, whatever. He's not, I mean, he's a cheesy character, and that's what they do, but, man, they did make him look way cooler than he actually is. I'll give him that. Next we have Copperhead.
Copperhead is coiled and ready to strike.
They spent a decent amount of time on the voice acting for him. He's way more interesting than I thought he would be. He looks really cool as well. So, got his tail. There you go. Copperhead. Oh, Count Vertigo.
To the will of Count Vertigo.
Look at him. He looks awesome. And he flies. And that gives us our opportunity to fly somewhere else. The Daily Planet is my favorite place to fly through, especially before I got the stud multipliers. Flying by the Daily Planet, I'm stuck. There's a lot of blue studs that keep kind of regenerating right there. So that is definitely a great place to go. So, whoopsie. So let's get Count Vertigo up here. And there you go. Not the version you're used to seeing on Arrow. Next up we have the Creeper. And he looks a lot like Joker, but this is actually, Jack Ryder, who is the famous, writer for whatever Gotham's newspaper is. And he actually is also, I don't know if he's a hero or a villain. He kind of has been both. But man, he looks awesome. I just love the way he looks. Alright, then we have Cyborg. Alright, so here is Cyborg. And just for everybody that's watching live, I'm going in alphabetical order, okay? So here's Cyborg. We're used to him being in these games. He does go into mech mode, which is awesome. Next up we have Darkseid. And I feel like because we have Darkseid here, look at this. This is basically our big villain of the game. Right here on top of LexCorp, you'll see that red light. If we go over here and press circle, we can travel to Apokolips. This is just a reminder because I did happen to look at chat real quick. I was going to record this video one way or another. I'm doing this so that the people can watch it live. I'm not actually responding to chat. We're going in alphabetical order. So here we are on Apokolips, and we have ourselves another world to play with. Look at this place. It's freaking awesome. Especially the arena, which is where we're going to go now to look at Apokolips. Or, I'm sorry, Darkseid. So Darkseid you unlock in the 15th chapter of the game. Shoot the lasers from his face. Boom tubes around everywhere. I love just how confident he is with his arms behind his back and all that. So there is Darkseid. Next up we have Deadshot, another character that we use a lot in the story. We're going to stay on Apokolips for the rest of this video because just it's so beautiful, honestly. And this is like the perfect place to show the characters right here in the arena with all the lava in the background. So Deadshot, again, a character that you use quite a bit in the story, and he's just awesome. Will Smith definitely raised the stature of Deadshot, and he's become a very popular character in the DC universe. Next up, we have Deathstorm.
Knows how to get it done.
And Deathstorm is obviously Earth 3's Firestorm. You actually have a boss battle against him, since they're pretending to be heroes. Him and Grid you fight. And I don't remember which level it is. I think it's like 13. Oh my gosh, Deathstroke.
It would appear I have another mission
all right,
to complete.
hold on. Omega Beams. I'm sorry. I'm glad I looked at chat. That was a good point. So the cool thing about his Omega Beams is it freezes the game. They bounce around as you kind of shoot them. They don't go in a straight line. So that was a good catch. I'm glad I saw that. There you go. Omega Beams. All right, so Deathstroke. This is one of my favorite characters in DC Comics. Love Deathstroke. And this version is just even awesomer. You actually have a level that you play with him. He's one of the main characters. Also, Batman, Joker, and the Flash have to go to Nanda Parbat to actually unlock him, or not unlock him, recruit him to fight against Darkseid. But look at him; he's just so cool. Love Deathstroke. Next up, we have Desaad.
All I can to serve my master.
So Desaad is the servant, basically, of Darkseid. He's been in other games before. Next up, we have Detective Chimp, a current member of Justice League Dark, and he was in the last game as well. Sorry, I had to take a drink. We already showed Dexter. All right, Dr. Fate. Look at this guy. He is awesome. I love the way he looks. Now, it would have been really cool if he spiked his little, like, cross thing down. I think he did that in the last game, but I guess you can't do it all the time. So there's Dr. Fate. Next line, we have Dr. Light.
It's time for Dr. Light's shining moment.
I'm going to be honest, I don't know a ton about Dr. Light. I know he is an old school villain, but I don't know. I like the black and white aesthetic. Kind of looks like he plays for the Brooklyn Nets. Next up, we have Dr. Poison, a traditional Wonder Woman villain.
Dr. Poison.
And she throws poison. So we actually saw Dr. Poison in the Wonder Woman movie. Next up, we have Donna Troy, and I kind of wish we were back on
Get in the
Earth
game.
because her horse, I forget what her her horse is. I think it's like Pegasus or something like that. You can actually, if you go to the Hall of Justice, it's sitting there, and you can actually ride it and fly it around. Otherwise, she just kind of flies on her own. But there you go. This is basically Wonder Girl, right? Or was at one point. The sidekick of Wonder Woman. Next up, we have Doomsday. This is kind of the movie-ish version where he was a parademon. And it's ironic that we are right here, because this is actually exactly where you unlock him. On Apokolips, there's a boss battle right here on this very platform. Once you do enough quests on Apokolips, you will unlock Doomsday. So there you go, there's Doomsday. Next up we have Eclipso, and Eclipso is awesome.
Inner darkness, shall we?
I love this guy. He's got like some really, whoever did the voice acting is really cool. He's just got like a really cool vibe to him, like a dark elf vibe. Look at this. This is Apokolips, man. Look at this place. It's so awesome. You have Granny Goodness' orphanage over there. Darkseid's palace. Just absolutely insane how cool this level is. So there is Eclipso. Next up we have the Enchantress. And she doesn't transform or anything, which is, I don't know, I guess a little bit of a disappointment, but it is what it is. She does fly, though. I think a lot of people are really going to like her, though. She looks pretty cool. So there's Enchantress. Next we have Eradicator, who is very interesting looking. This is a hidden character in one of the levels, so you actually have to find his card to unlock him. Just remember, I will have character videos for all these characters that are a little bit longer and more in depth. We're just trying to show them all off in this video. So here we have Felix Faust. And he doesn't fly, he kind of hovers. So there you go, Felix Faust. Next up we have Firefly. Firefly is made his or her way, I don't know which version this is, into many games. Always looks cool. Next up we have Firestorm. So there is Firestorm. Looking awesome. And I lied. We're going to actually go back to Earth, because we're about to get to the Speedsters, guys. I know that's what everybody's been waiting for. The Speedsters. We're about to get into all the flashes. And this is not the best place to do running around with the Speedsters. So here we go, running back to Earth. It's pretty easy to get back and forth. I love Apokolips though, man. It's such a great place to play the game. There's a lot of really great quests there. Plus, that's where you unlock both Lobo and Atrocitus, and that's cool. Just remember, we're going in alphabetical order, so we're at F right now. We'll be at Music Meister soon enough. Here we go, The Flash. Now, one thing I can tell you about LEGO games, people love their speedsters. And this is no different. Of course, let me just get out of here real quick. Alright, so we have The Flash, and then we also have the Flash that everybody's been wanting for so long. We have Wally West as the Flash. And this is his rebirth suit, and he looks awesome. And when the other Flash catches up, we will we'll look at him a little bit more. Now, Wally West does not appear in the actual story, but you do unlock him as a secret character. in one of the levels. So there he is. There's a really cool scene, actually. There's a chase scene where the Flash and Reverse Flash are working together, and they have to like chase down Johnny Quick. So it would have been even cooler if out of nowhere Wally West showed up and was like, "Hey, I'm fast too, I can catch him," and then disappeared forever, and then you can't use him ever again. So there you have the both versions of quote-unquote The Flash. We've got Wally West and Barry Allen. Actually, we'll leave Wally West out. The next character is a character like I would normally complain about, but he's so cool.
Which reality am I in now?
It's Frankenstein.
Seem to be all
And
one
Frankenstein has been a member of quite a few groups within DC Comics, including Justice League Dark. And you actually do a quest for him. They make him look so freaking cool. He's got like this awesome gun. He's got this massive sword. Like, honestly, it's so tough to get like mad about him being in the game, because I would rather have more traditional DC comic characters, but I don't know if it gets more traditional than this guy right here. Like, look at him. He's just a monster, literally. He's just so cool. So, there you go, Frankenstein. Next up, we have General Zod, who has been in the game before, and again, just looks so much cooler in this game. Look at that armor. He just looks so awesome.
I want those weekly estimated net usage systems reports on my desk yesterday.
So he's basically like Superman, though. Next up, we have Gentleman Ghost. And I actually think he's a pretty cool character, all things considered. I love the way he holds his top hat when he flies. So there you have it, Gentleman Ghost. Next up, we have Gizmo.
So much I want to create today. Let's get to work.
So that's Gizmo. I don't really care about him. Next up, we have Golden Glider. Now, Golden Glider is the sister of Captain Cold. And she looks so cool. Like, look at her. Such a great piece, such a great character to have in the game. Absolutely love her. Just awesome. Next up, we have Gorilla Grodd. We've seen Gorilla Grodd. Oh my gosh, it's Conan O'Brien. That's definitely Conan O'Brien, right? Anyway. So we've seen Grodd in games before. I feel like he's not going to get the appreciation he deserves. There's actually 4 freaking gorillas in this game. How crazy is that? So there's Gorilla Grodd. Next we have Grail, and I believe this is Darkseid's daughter?
Darkness, it calls to me once more.
She's actually awesome. I haven't really used her much because, yeah, that's definitely a Darkseid thing. She's got the Omega beams. Look at how they trail it, you know? That's so cool. She's got this awesome, like, Sickoth kind of sword thing. Yeah, so Grail, super awesome. Next up, we have Granny Goodness. This is like basically Darkseid's general. She's the leader of the Female Furies, and she will hit you with her purse. And throw candy at you. So I think she's going to be a little underappreciated, but yeah. Green Arrow. Awesome. Look at this. This is the awesome version of Green Arrow from Rebirth. Looking dope. I just got the TV Heroes pack right before I started this stream. And it might actually, that video is probably already live now. And you can get the Stephen Amell version. I have it on Xbox, not PlayStation, so I can't really show it right this second. But I'll try to show it after I'll switch over to Xbox. So there you go. Next up, we have
power levels are looking good.
the Green Lantern. And, you know, this is basically the same version of Hal Jordan we've seen in the other games. So we're not going to spend too much time with Green Lantern. But what we will do is go to John Stewart, who's also been in other games, but he's still John Stewart.
Green Lantern Corps.
And we actually see John Stewart in the story mode as well. Not like as a big character you play as or anything, but he's in there. So there we have 2 more Green Lanterns. There's actually another 2 Green Lanterns, and we'll get to them shortly. But first, we have Grid.
System rebooted, ready to proceed.
So this is basically the Justice Syndicate's version of Cyborg. And Grid actually had a skin that you can unlock in Injustice 2. So a lot of people should be pretty familiar with Grid. And we have another row complete, and next up is Harley Quinn. And I love this version of Harley Quinn. Tara Strong is back to voice her, and she roller skates. I love it. And if you get it at the right angle, like, she'll actually skate backwards. She rides in on a rocket with the ha-has. But look at her, she is so cool. We gotta leave her out for a little bit for her idle animations. Alright, so next up we have Hawk Girl.
Hawk Girl is ready to take flight.
And this is actually the first character that I unlocked in the open world. She's actually like right on the top of one of these buildings that we're looking at right there. So, Hawk Girl. And then of course, we have Hawkman, who is a hidden character in the actual levels. One of my first ever favorite characters. So Hawkman and Hawk Girl, awesome. They look so cool. Actually, I have to fly with them. One of the things that I love about when they fly is that they like drag their mace because they know it's so heavy. Very, very cool that they did that. Alright, next up we have Heatwave. Now obviously Heatwave became popular because of the Flash, but he is a very big part of the game. You actually use him quite a bit as part of the story. So there you have Heatwave. Next up you have Hugo Strange.
Good science required.
And Hugo Strange actually has a boss battle of sorts where he has like a monster that you have to fight in one of the stories. So Hugo Strange. Next up we have a bird of prey. We have the Huntress.
Not exactly what you'd call a hero.
And she looks awesome. I love this version of Huntress. She looks really good. Next up we have another Green Lantern. We have Jessica Cruz. And I feel like you can't show Jessica Cruz without showing her partner, Simon Baz. So let's just swap over to him real quick. So these are the other 2 Green Lanterns, Jessica Cruz and Simon Baz. And they are basically the 2 characters we are following in the current run of Green Lantern. She drops an anvil, and so does he. So there you have Jessica Cruz and Simon Baz. Back into the proper order, we have Jinx. I'll be honest, I don't know a lot about Jinx. She looks like she's Egyptian, but... next up we have another speedster. We have Johnny Quick. And Johnny Quick is basically the Earth 3 version of the Flash. And, yeah. I think everybody's going to love their speedsters in this game. I don't want to go underground because it's dark down there. Alright. So there's Johnny Quick. Next up we have the Joker, which we started off with. But honestly, I really, really love the Joker in this game. Mark Hamill is at his absolute best, and I love the way it goes ha 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 above his head. Like, just random. Next up, you cannot wall climb, no. So next up we have Kalibak, who I believe was also in the last game. And he just looks awesome. You actually fight him riding a mechanical T-Rex at one point. But look at how awesome he looks, man. So cool. Next we have Kanto, who you actually fight in a boss battle. And I thought like I was going to hate this guy, but look at this. He's a musical character. And if I stand here with him playing his guitar long enough, people will come around and they will dance with us. So that is Kanto. Next up we have Katana.
I will not stop until my mission is complete.
Yes, there are vehicles in this game. So there's Katana, her mouth is moving. Yeah, so these are all the vehicles that they have. I'll do a separate video about vehicles. I love how her mouth is just moving like she's talking, but she's not talking. So she has Soul Breaker. So, wow, thank you for the super chat. Smarty boy. I'll look at you on the Instagrams. So there you go. There is Katana. Next we have Kid Flash, and a lot of people are really going to like this.
Make the world a better place for everyone.
I think this is Wallace West. And this is basically like Kid Flash in the Flash TV show.
Shadow of Metropolis. It's where it belongs.
So like all the speedsters, he is just awesome. So there you go. Let's actually switch off Jessica Cruz. We'll leave Kid Flash out for a bit. Next we have Killer Croc. Now let me tell you something about Killer Croc. This is the last character that I unlocked.
Killer Croc is ready.
And he's awesome. Killer Croc is a boss battle that you do in Gotham. And I'm sorry, actually it might be on Amusement Mile. And basically you do all the quests for him, and then you end up unlocking him. So there is Killer Croc. How about Killer Frost?
Here to send chills down the
Now, I
sides of
don't
my
love how
ears.
dark she is. I think I would have liked it if she was a little bit of a lighter shade of blue. But all in all, this is actually a great character. I think a lot of people are going to love her. She is the default character for cold attacks. So they don't recommend Captain Cold or Mr. Freeze. They recommend Killer Frost. And she, like, ice skates everywhere. And I love it. It's so cool.
It's where it belongs.
So I think people are really going to grow to appreciate Killer Frost because of this game. Next we have King Shark, and he is back from the Squad DLC from the last game. And all you need to know about King Shark is the fact that he does the dance. She does definitely move with grace. So that is King Shark. You actually play as him with Black Manta during the game. Alright, next we have Kite Man, and I'm going to use Kite Man to show something, okay? He does put his kite on. They have something called Advanced Glide, where they're not actually flying, but instead of just regular gliding, you can actually maneuver them. So you can like make them go up and down. So ready? Here we go. And Batman does this. So see, I'm going down, and then I pull up, and he goes back up. So this is the Advanced Glide mechanism. I thought Kite Man would be a really dumb character, and he is, alright. But this aspect of it makes it kind of cool. Now there are some limitations. At some point you'll run out of steam. But be warned, you need to get used to this mechanism because there are multiple races that you do with this feature. So there you have it. And here we are in Chinatown. So that is Kite Man. Oh, you guys are going to be excited about this.
Clarion the Witch Boy has arrived.
This is Clarion the Witch Boy. This has been one of the most requested characters in basically all the LEGO games. And he's got Teakle with him. which is awesome. I find him to be a little bit annoying, but how can you not love, like, the fact that the cat does everything with him? He loves that cat. So, Clarion the Witch Boy, he actually ended up being a pretty awesome character. So we'll leave him out. Get rid of Wallace here. So next up we have, oh man, Crypto. Now, in the last game, I was anti-pets in this game. Now I just wish I could play as Thor, my dog Thor. That's all I want in life. I want to be, the next game they make with a character creator, they need to make a pet creator. And I want to play as a boxer. But Crypto is awesome. I hated on the animals in the last game, but alright, Bat Cow is stupid. I'm never gonna like not think Bat Cow is stupid. But Crypto is not. Crypto is good boy. Next up we have Lady Shiva. Not a character I'm very familiar with, I'll be honest, but I think she's a member of the League of Assassins. So, there you have Lady Shiva. Next up we have Lashina, one of the female Furies.
How did I get roped into this again?
She's got a whip. So, very cheap character unlock. So next we have Lex Luthor.
The real boss has arrived.
And here he is. He just kind of hovers in his Lex suit. But this is not the suit everybody wants to see. Everybody wants to see this suit right here.
I won't rest until the world sees things for the way they really are.
Now, if you get the deluxe edition, or I guess in Europe, in the UK, if you get any version of the game, you actually get the minifig. And I actually got the minifig myself. Here we are at Amusement Mile. You can walk right in through the Joker's face. This is one of those glide races right there. So, there you have Lex Luthor in his Superman power suit. Next up we have Livewire.
Beautiful, the brilliant, the fantastic Livewire.
Oh, no. Now, she actually is the default character for electricity. So, when it asks you to do electrical stuff, she's the default character that you're going to actually go to. Like when you're standing on the pad, sometimes you'll press Y, it'll bring you right to a character or triangle, and that's the character. Alright, here's Lobo. This is one of my favorite characters in this game for a lot of reasons, okay? First of all, he's the man. You know, the main man. Alright? Second of all, oh, he's got Dolphin. And he flies riding his dolphin. So, when you beat the game, there are 5 more missions that you do on Apokolips, okay? And when you're doing those missions, Lobo is basically the narrator. Yeah, Fishy. I kept calling him Dolphin, but he's Fishy. That's right. You know, sometimes when you record videos, you just kind of, like, lose track. You would be amazed at how quickly you can forget things and get things wrong. Sometimes, though, it's worth it to get it wrong because I feel like people reply more when you mess up than when you actually say something fun or cool. So, anyway, the main man, they nailed it with him. I'll show one vehicle. They do have Space Hog somewhere. Where is it? Oh, there it is. This is actually a Lego set, okay? I broke it. Oh well, I was gonna drive it, but I did. Oh, no, it came back. No, it didn't. Alright, whatever. So we're gonna leave Lobo out. I love Lobo. Lobo is such a great character. Next to it, we have Lois Lane, and you know what?
Lois Lane, Daily Planet. Anyone want to make a statement?
I get it. You have to have Lois Lane in the game. It's fine. You can actually create Jimmy Olsen if you want to. So. Oh, I wasn't directing the correcting at anybody. I was just saying in general. It happens every video. If I get something wrong, I'll get more comments about how I was wrong than I will about all the great things that I say. So I'm trying to watch chat, but I can't acknowledge it too much because I'm trying to keep this like on schedule. So I appreciate everybody understanding. And I appreciate everybody hitting that like button even more. So there you go. Mad Harriet, one of our female Furies. Alright, let me tell you the point in the game that I just absolutely fell in love with it. It was right here. Malcolm Merlyn. Not a character that I really thought I would care about. I don't. In the grand scheme of things, it isn't even necessarily about Malcolm Merlyn because he's basically Green Arrow. John Barrowman voices Malcolm Merlyn in this game. Like he is Malcolm Merlyn in Arrow. He is phenomenal. I absolutely love his voice acting in this game. And level 3 of the game, Malcolm Merlyn leads the team. And we get so much John Barrowman. And it made me wish that he was in the game just as much as Mark Hamill. Because both Mark Hamill and... anyway, sorry, I got distracted by... apparently my game audio is too high. Sorry. So yeah, Malcolm Merlyn is just so great. Yeah, so there we go. Anyway, I just wanted to like rave about John Barrowman. He was phenomenal in this game. Anyway, hopefully everybody can hear me all right. I'm sorry. Next up we have Mammoth. Okay, I don't know a lot about this character. I know he's from Teen Titans. I needed a drink. So yeah, he's a pretty cool character, I guess. Huge beard. So there you go. How do I get so much coins? That is a popular question. You have to have the gold, the red bricks. So this is Mantis. One of the levels you actually do a boss battle against Mantis. So I don't know a ton about this version of Mantis, but he does look awesome. Like honestly, he looks like he would be the leader of Hydra. But look at that. That's such a sick mask. So there you have Mantis. Next up is a character a lot of people have been asking for in this video so far, Martian Manhunter, and he is awesome. I used him quite a bit. There is actually an ability that he has to basically, you know, when you're over something, he can manipulate it with telekinesis. There are other characters that do it, but I used him the most for it. And he grows. Bam.
Out of my way.
So there you have Martian Manhunter. He looks awesome, Mr. John Jones. I love his suit here. They did a really great job with Martian Manhunter. Next up we have Mazas, which is Shazam backwards, and he looks so awesome. What an awesome looking character. This is basically the Shazam from Earth 3, and he is a hero there. One of their heroes. When he appears in level 8 of the game with Shazam and against Black Adam. But some of the Justice Syndicate members show up, and it's kind of funny. I actually really liked his part of the game. So there you go. There is Mazas. Next up we have Mercy Graves.
Some kind of overtime.
And you unlock her in the first level of the game. This is Lex Luthor's sidekick, secretary, assassin in arms, if you will. Next up we have Metallo. Obviously this is a big-time villain of Superman. He has kryptonite in his chest. Love that. Next up we have Mirror Master, and Mirror Master is actually a huge part of this game. There are mirror portals that you have to go through, and he's obviously the default character. Absolutely love his Irish accent when he talks. And look at that, he kind of bamps with glass. So there you have Mirror Master. We already did Mr. Miracle. Next up we have Mongol. I think he's been in the game before. He has a quest that you do for him. So. Next up we have Monsieur Mala, who you may be aware of from his time in Young Justice.
Agreed. Let's get started.
One of 4 apes in the game. He's got his the brain in the back there, whatever, in his little backpack. Next up we have Mr. Freeze.
Justice shall be served.
And Mr. Freeze looks awesome. Surprisingly, not the default Freeze character either. He's not even like, he's like the 3rd one. You use Captain Cold and Killer Frost way more than him. You can find him in the woods at Arkham. Next we have Gilbert Godfrey. Mr. Pitlick. The brain is not playable, that I can tell. So he was in the last game. He flies like he's Jeff Goldblum in Jurassic Park. Love it. So, Mr. Pitlick. Next up, we have Nightwing.
Really got the hang of staying out of
Nah, I'm just kidding. Next up, we have Music Meister. Somebody definitely had their heart skip a beat when I skipped Music Meister, right? Here he is, Music Meister. And I think they have him there to kind of look like he was Elton John. So you can make people dance with him. Look at this. He is honestly one of the coolest characters in the game. If you can get 5 other people to dance with him, you get a trophy or an achievement. So, Music Meister. I know some people have been asking for him in the chat while I'm live streaming. That's why I skipped over to Nightwing, because I thought I was so funny. But yeah. So there is the Music Meister. We'll actually leave him on the screen. Nightwing. Oh my gosh. Nightwing, you battle Nightwing. There is a Nightwing boss battle. Can you believe it? Nightwing has... you fight Nightwing. And it's so cool. And he looks so awesome in this game. When I was in LA at E3... not E3. When WB Games flew me out to LA for this game... I actually unlocked Nightwing. And it was awesome. And I was happy with it. The Nightwing boss battle is a little weird. But you just... if you don't worry about losing studs, you just keep attacking him. So this is an OMAC operative. It's not even actually OMAC, but... oh, wait. That just made me think. I was telling you guys about the horse, Donna Troy's horse that you could fly. It's actually right here. I'm not going to get Donna Troy because we already showed her. And we're getting pretty up there in the minutes. But yeah, I think the horse is called Pegasus. I could be wrong though. But yeah. So, there is actually a set that you can get right now. It's Batman, OMAC, and, oh, he does the robot. I love it. And Kathy Kane's version of Batwoman. So, there you go. He's a cool looking character. Next up we have Orion.
Orion, the dog of war.
I think OMAC is part of Brother Eye. It's happening, Tevya. Living in infamy in this video forever. So Orion is quote-unquote the son of Darkseid, allegedly. One of the new gods, and he's been in other Lego games, but this version just looks awesome. Love this version of Orion. Next up we have Owlman, one of our members of the Justice Syndicate. And he is actually really cool. You don't actually play as him in the story though, which is kind of weird. I thought you would. I think he has the advance, just to make somebody happy. We're going to get Music Meister off here. We'll get Beast Boy back out. Just in the background, though. You'll see him do his animations, but Owlman is one of those members of the Justice Syndicate. So he does look pretty cool. You do get a trophy or achievement if you bring Talon out with him. Next up, we have Parasite, who has been in games before.
Powers for Parasite.
And I love the way he just kind of flails his arm. Parasite's been in a lot of things. He's a Superman villain mostly. Next up, we have the Penguin.
The Penguin returns. Ready to bring a little claw.
And he has a drone. So that's the big thing for him. Also, he floats with his umbrella. Shoots his umbrella. His Iceberg Lounge is also in the game, which is awesome. You can go in there. It's part of the game as well as a level. Next up, we have Plastic Man, and Plastic Man is so cool. Alright, are you ready for this? Watch Plastic Man. Transforms into a plane. He might have done this in the last game, I don't remember. But he doesn't just fly, he like skedaddles. He like scoots. And he doesn't... Oh, he does go a little bit faster. Alright. So the Iceberg Lounge is over here. I know I was just Penguin, but... Now, on top of the Iceberg Lounge is actually where you unlock Red Hood. It's about a boss battle. So Plastic Man grows big. And he grows small. And he does the twist. Alright, so another row complete. We have 2 more full rows to go. Poison Ivy. There are 2 versions of Poison Ivy. This is the kind of classic version. And my favorite version, we have the new 52 version.
I mustn't fail.
So there you go. I love this version. She's a big player in the game. You use her quite a bit. Polka-Dot Man. Now guess what?
Making crime a vicious circle.
Polka-Dot Man is voiced by Greg Miller from Kinda Funny Games. They actually made him kind of a big deal. Look at that. He's such a dorky character, alright? Like, this is a type of character I would usually be like, oh my god, why is this stupid character in the game? But then they have Greg Miller do the voice, and then they give him all these cool abilities and features, and it's tough to hate on him. It just really is. Next up, we have Power Ring, which is basically the Green Lantern from Earth 3. He's a coward, just so you know. He does all the Green Lantern things, so there you have it. Power Ring. Next up, we have Simon, who you should be familiar with if you watched Young Justice. Lots of Young Justice type characters in this game. So there's Simon. Psycho-Pirate.
Psycho-Pirate, master of all emotions.
So Psycho-Pirate actually has an interesting kind of group of quests. It's actually pretty funny. You actually have to like get a gold brick by unlocking him. Like he's in Stryker Island area, I believe. And then you actually have another quest where you actually unlock it. So there's 2 quests that are part of Psycho-Pirate, and he's very, very. I love it. I love the people that have the ha 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 laugh above their head. Next up, we have Ra's al Ghul.
Legacy of Ra's al Ghul continues.
You don't play as Ra's al Ghul as part of the story, but you do actually see him as part of the story. You actually go with Batman, the Joker, and the Flash to Nanda Parbat and recruit him, the League of Assassins, and Deathstroke. So there you go, Ra's al Ghul. Speaking of Deathstroke, we have his daughter Ravager.
So you better tell me what to do.
Story mode is fantastic. This is honestly my favorite LEGO game ever. And I know I say that basically every time a new LEGO game comes out, but it's true. They just keep getting better and better and better. So there is Rose Wilson. Next up, we have That's So Raven.
Was that summoned for a specific purpose, or are we just hanging out?
So she isn't really all that different from the other games that she's been in, like LEGO Dimensions and LEGO Batman 3, but she is still really cool. There is a boss battle that you have with her and Beast Boy. So you actually fight against Raven and Beast Boy. It's kind of cray-cray. And for those of you that don't know, Titans is out now on DC Universe. I watched the first episode, and it's actually not as bad as it's looked. They just did a really, really poor job of kind of... Oh, it's appropriate that she's with Beast Boy. They just did a very poor job of really showing off good scenes as far as I'm concerned. Next up, we have Red Hood.
Batman can't be.
Jason Todd. And Red Hood actually has his own motorcycle. And when you see my unlock video, I actually say, man, it would be so cool if Red Hood had a motorcycle. And then 2 seconds later, I found it and unlocked it in another video. So, yeah, Red Hood. You actually do a boss battle to unlock him on top of the Iceberg Lounge. I think. It's either on top of the Iceberg Lounge or on top of the movie theater. It's one or the other. I forget. This is alphabetical order. So, there you have Red Hood. Next up, we have Red Robin. So, this is the Tim Drake version of Robin. As you can see, it has RR. So he's basically like a lot of the other Robins. All the other Robins. Alright, so next up is Scarecrow. And Scarecrow is a huge part of the story. Okay? And look at this. Look at this. How sick was that, right? Just in time for Halloween. So yeah, Scarecrow is actually really, really cool in this game. And there are a couple parts of the story that you actually have to play with him and use him. But yeah, it's definitely really cool. Next up we have Sea King, which is basically the Aquaman of Earth 3. You actually fight him in a boss battle.
This island is good for fishing, is it not?
So there you have Sea King. Next up we have the Shade. I had a really hard time finding the Shade. And he's actually really cool. Like, I love the way that you've got like that kind of black smoke kind of cloaking him and surrounding him. I think it actually looks really cool. So there you have the Shade. Next up we have Shazam!
Wait for the world's mightiest mortal.
And Shazam! And we have Billy Batson.
Billy Batson. Totally normal, unassuming little kid.
I feel like there's going to be a Shazam DLC, and if he doesn't do the floss in that DLC, if that DLC version of Shazam doesn't do it, then they're just not even doing this right. Alright. So next up we have Silver Banshee.
This is gonna be a scream.
She's awesome. Look at her legs. The flames actually move on her legs. I regret not unlocking her earlier in the game because she's actually super cool.
Nice to get right from the
Alright, next up we're going to go to the Batcave. We haven't been to the Batcave yet. There's like 5 ways to get in the Batcave, all of them secret. So like, sometimes when you try to go to the Batcave, you don't really know where you're going in because it like opens up when you get to it. And now is one of those times. So here we are in the Batcave. The Silver Banshee. Next up we have Sinestro.
Nothing can stop the power of fear.
Sinestro is actually a main character in the game as well. You actually go to Oa to unlock him or recruit him for the new squad that we're putting together. And yeah, he ends up fighting Power Ring. I'm going over here because the lighting's a little bit better. So, the Yellow Lantern Sinestro. Next up we have Solomon Grundy. Who did I skip? I'll go back. Oh, I had done Simon Baz earlier. So Solomon Grundy is awesome. You actually use him right away in the first level of the game. I love how he drops the tombstone with the Batman symbol on it. Oh, and the Flash. And Superman. Oh, it changes every time. I didn't even realize that. Batman. The Flash. So yeah, Solomon Grundy, one of our big figures. Next up, we have Solovar.
I am Solovar, the rightful ruler of Gorilla City.
So Solovar is a boss battle that you do in Gorilla City, and he also throws down the... No, I guess he doesn't throw down the tombstone. So there you go, Solovar. Next up, we have Starfire.
Begin to put this world right.
And Starfire is looking pretty cool. Now, Starfire has been a pain point for me when it comes to the new Titans TV show. And after seeing her in action, the actress, I think her name's Anna Diop. I think she did a really good job. I don't mind her. And it's not like, I never disliked who they cast as Starfire. I just really don't like the hair choice. And I'm hoping that at some point they straighten it out. I think they did a really good job explaining why she is the way she is. So I'm looking forward to seeing more from her in the next episode. So there you go. I didn't skip the characters. I showed them earlier in the video. So the character you think I skipped is Simon Baz. We showed him earlier. Next up we have Star Sapphire, and she's back. Carol Ferris, the lover, if you will, of Hal Jordan. Leader of the Star Sapphires. Her construct is a heart. Makes sense. I think I missed Damian Wayne. Oh, I did. Oh, I missed... You're right, I did. Holy cow, I missed a bunch of characters. I'm glad you guys... I'm watching, so thank you. Red Tornado. I don't know how I skipped those. See, this is why I did it live. I'm glad I did it live because I do have that instant feedback, and I would have basically posted this video without them and been so mad at myself. So Red Tornado obviously is like the mentor of... He's sort of the mentor of the Young Justice. He's also a villain, I believe, in Supergirl. And I love the way his tornado looks. They really did a good job with that. It's a lot like he looked in the last game, but I'm fine with it. It looks great. So let's go back up to Metropolis where it's not raining. And it's nice and bright and vibrant. So there is Red Tornado. Next up we have Reverse Flash. I can't believe I almost missed these guys. So Reverse Flash is the speedster you're going to use the most in the game because of the story. He's a character that you unlock pretty much right away. So the interactions are pretty awesome between him and some of the other characters. The Riddler, another main character of the game. Two versions of the Riddler. This one, where he does his little dance. And then Classic. I actually like Classic a little bit more. Then we have Damian Wayne Robin.
I'm not your typical Robin.
And that's why I left Tim Drake out. I don't know how I missed these guys. That is so weird. But when you're making the video for as long as we have been, my back hurts as much as it does. It is what it is. So, there you have Damian Wayne Robin with Tim Drake Robin. All the Robins. He looks like a midget. We're going to leave him out because we're going to get to Superboy soon. And we got to have the Super Sons. Alright, so we've done everybody here for sure. And now we're on to Steppenwolf.
When Steppenwolf comes, the end is near.
Look at how awesome he looks. He might have been a little bit disappointing in Justice or Batman vs Superman or Justice League, whichever one he was in. Yeah, Batman or Justice League. But he's not disappointing here. He's just awesome here. So there is Steppenwolf. Next up we have Stompa, one of the female Furies. You know the lady, basically Grandmaster's like kind of henchman lady in Thor Ragnarok. That lady looks like she could play Stompa if they ever had the female Furies in a DC Comics movie. Like that person, I just see that person in Stompa. Next we have the Superboy. And here we have the Super Sons. So Jonathan Kent and Damian Wayne. And it's a midget Superboy. I mean, or Superman. It's so funny and crazy. So there he is, Superboy. And of course we have Superman.
Anyone need some help? That's why I'm here.
Traditional Superman. Then we have Clark Kent,
I have a
of
feeling
course.
Something newsworthy's about to happen. Anyone need some help? That's why I'm here.
Alright, so you'll notice there's also Justice League Superman. And then there is regular Superman. And regular Superman has a bigger S on his chest, from what I can tell. Next up we have Superwoman, who is basically the Wonder Woman of Earth 3. And she more has the power of Superman than anything. So, she's ruthless. Next up we have Talon, and guess what? He has an owl with him from the Court of Owls. And he grabs the owl, and it helps him glide, and it's awesome. Of course, I'm not high enough for that to happen right now, but still. Court of Owls is one of my favorite Batman storylines. I really liked it. I really did. It was such a great story. You see Batman like at his like almost most vulnerable. He was pretty crazy there. They really did a number on Batman. So there is Talon, currently available as part of a set that you can buy. Next up we have Terra. And there you go. She is what she is. I mean, she's a Teen Titan character. I don't know, she's a little boring.
Ooh, guess what? The Trickster's back.
And Mark Hamill is the Trickster as well. He throws chickens, juggles them, and then throws them. Love it. So, double duty for Mark Hamill as the Trickster. Next up, we have Trigon.
This world and everything in it will belong to me.
And he grows huge. So this is the father of Raven. And one of the biggest bad guys they have in DC Comics. Literally. He is basically almost Mephisto-like for DC Comics. Alright, maybe not like characteristic-wise, but he's like their underworld person. So, there you go. There is Trigon. Next up we have the Toyman, and Toyman is awesome. Look at this. He has a drone, and it's this little monkey guy. I actually quite enjoyed the Toyman. Like, I liked using his monkey as my drone to go do things. And he has his own toy store right there, Shot's Toys. This is Mr. Shot himself. And that is where you unlock him. Next up we have Two-Face.
Two-Face. Twice as evil, twice as dangerous.
So, awesome looking Two-Face. Next up we have Ultra Humanite. Another one of our apes. He was in the last game, but... Bam. So there you go, Ultra Humanite. Next up we have Ultraman.
A man of steel? No. I'm more like the man that steals.
Man of Steel. I'm more like the man that steals. So Ultraman is basically Superman. I mean, we really don't need to see much more. The Ventriloquist. Oh my gosh.
Then the world's gonna know who's in charge. Oh, of course, sir. Absolutely.
Is this not one of the coolest characters you've ever seen?
Yeah.
Look at that. He is so awesome. So Ventriloquist and Scarface. Vermin Wunderbar.
No one will be safe from Vermin Wunderbar.
So you actually have a boss battle against him in one of the levels. It's kind of crazy how they do that. But that's all you really need to know about him. Vixen. Okay, look. Vixen is awesome. Look at this. She fights like a gorilla. The eagle grabs her when she flies. You know what? I just remembered what I was thinking about with Beast Boy. How she turns into an alligator. He turns into an alligator. No, it's not Beast Boy. It's Vixen. She's the one that turns into the alligator. So the eagle kind of carries her. But then when you go into the water, she's the one that becomes the alligator. That's what I was thinking about. See, like I said, everything's just kind of a blur to me. But I think they did such a phenomenal job with Vixen, man. She just looks so good. Next up, we have Wonder Girl. And... you know. This is actually my first time even using Wonder Girl. I basically unlocked her in my 100% video and didn't use her, so. And last but not least of our core characters, we have Wonder Woman. There are two versions of Wonder Woman. We have the classic Wonder Woman, and we have my favorite, New 52 Wonder Woman. And look at that. I love this costume. Like, absolutely loving this costume. And yes, I'm going to show the DLC next. And we're actually going to end up switching over to Xbox in just a second. Because I have 2 extra DLCs over there. Actually, we'll actually do that right now. Hold on. Let me turn on my Xbox. And all I have to do is press a button. And just a brief... And... bam! We have the Flash from the TV Heroes character pack. This is the Grant Gustin version of the Flash. So there you go, another Flash. And you have Arrow from Green Arrow, the Stephen Amell version. I posted this video just as I went live. So if you guys have been watching the live stream for a while, you will not have seen him. So there you go. Stephen Amell version of Arrow. Let's go over to the Atom. right here. And he grows. Mr. Brandon Routh himself. Then we have Black Lightning. Now, watch Black Lightning's idle animations. He starts playing basketball. It's awesome. We'll give it a second for him to do it. Here it comes. Look at that. All right, so there's Black Lightning. We have Mr. Terrific. Throws his T-Spears. It says FP on his arms, not fair play, because they couldn't fit it. Makes sense. It's fine. Next up, we have Supergirl, the Melissa Benoist version.
Love the aesthetic in here. What is this? The 90s?
It's really weird that she's not, like, Supergirl wasn't in the game. They literally used just the DLC for her. But, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that it's her, and it's supposed to represent her. And it looks like her. So, there you go. Next up, we have Vibe. Cisco Ramon. I have all my character unlock videos up recorded. I'll have separate videos for every character and how to unlock them soon. Indigo from Supergirl. I don't really know much about her. This is from the TV Villains pack. You have Prometheus. You have Rain. Everybody make sure you hit that like button. Appreciate everybody for watching as long as you have. We have Vandal Savage. Looking awesome. Really looks exactly like he does in the game. Or in the TV show. So. You have Vigilante. And we have Zoom. So another speedster. I love it how all the speedsters have their different like trails. So, but how epic is this, right? Right here, we have Grant Gustin's Flash versus Zoom from the TV show. Like, that's just perfect. And they can take a selfie together. Bad timing, bad timing. Alright. Next up from Justice League Dark, we have Deadman. Also from Justice League Dark, we have John Constantine, who I think is a character a lot of people are going to be super excited to have. John Constantine, obviously the Hellblazer. Look at that.
I, for one, am glad Gotham is in the shadow of Metropolis. It's where it...
Love the way that looks. Super cool.
Okay, so my follower-following ratio is about 1.97 to 1 right now.
Next up, we have the Spectre.
Up my gym game. Then by November of next year, it should be 2.13 to 1.
And the Spectre grows. Then we have Zatanna. And kind of a new look for her. No top hat.
Saw some goons messing around with barrels.
Next up we have Etrigan, the demon. Look at how awesome he looks. Such a cool look. And then the last character of all characters unlocked video is Swamp Thing. Alright, so that is all characters unlocked. Literally every single character that you can play as at launch. I have all the DLCs that are available at launch, and this is awesome. So thank you guys so much. This has been a very long live stream. I appreciate everybody that stuck with it. And basically, in just a few minutes, this video will process. And if you want to start over from the beginning, you'll be able to see all the characters. They're all alphabetical. And thank you so much to everybody that watched. I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream of all the characters. LEGO DC Supervillains is in stores now in North America. It is my favorite LEGO game that they have made. It's phenomenal, and I think you're going to love it. Love you guys. We'll see you.